Hey there, welcome to CNT Collectibles. I am C.
I'm T.
And we're going to continue on with our series for long-term collecting, investing, all that kind of stuff. Basically, Hall of Fame tracker. Thingamajig. So basically, who's on track for the Hall of Fame so they have long-term relevance so we don't have to spend all of our time.
All of these are already in the Hall of Fame. We're going to do ones that are on the track.
On the track. We're looking for who are the next one of these guys here. You know those four.
The next Mickey Mantle, the next Ty Cobb, the next Kirby Puckett, or the next Willie Mays.
Very good, very good. So, we're just, you try to do a little homework up front, see who's on the track, and keeps us focused and collecting a little bit as well. I already did my homework today. You already did your homework today?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do my homework now.
Okay.
So these are the guys that I'm looking at in the offseason to pick up,
you don't have to help me with my homework, but I have to help you with your homework?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh.
I'm glad you see how that works. All right, so first order of homework, you read this. Let's see if you learn to read. There's your homework.
24 Centerfielders are in the MLB Hall of Fame. The average WAR of all Hall of Famers is 75.20. That's
I was told there would be no math involved. Okay, continue.
Okay. Highest Fangraphs WAR, 149.8. Willie Mays, class of 79. Most hits, 4,189. Ty Cobb, class of
36.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Can we talk about Ty Cobb for 1 second here?
He
gets a bit of a bad rap. Okay, some people say things like he was not a nice guy.
He does a lot of bad things.
A lot of bad things,
but that's a rumor.
Exactly. There's not a lot of evidence supported. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of evidence to the contrary that he was actually a pretty good guy for the time. Not perfect.
And this is the evidence.
Well, this is part of the evidence. I like this book. It's called The Terrible Beauty. It's about Ty Cobb. It's just from an author who wanted to find more bad things about Ty Cobb. Said, I just couldn't do it. As a matter of fact, a lot of the things that were said about him were true. And so I highly recommend that to any baseball fan that wants to learn more about Ty Cobb and get a different perspective from what you might get from a blurb or two here from people who want to make him seem bad. He really one of the good guys. Well, not the greatest guy by any stretch here or whatever.
Who is?
But he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad at all. So.
Who would you name the greatest guy?
I don't know. I didn't know any of these people. All right, continue on. Most home runs.
660. Willie Mays, class of 1979. 3,000 hit club. Ty Cobb, 4,189. Tris Speaker, 3,514. And Willie Mays, 3,293.
Say hey.
Say hey.
Say hey.
Hey.
Okay.
500 home run club. Mays, 660. Ken Griffey Jr., 630. Mickey Mantle, 536. I have on my MLB The Show team.
Yes, you do. That's not a bad one to have here.
He got his first home run.
Now, there are some players that someday may be in this list. To be a highlight of their career to make my list, right? But today they're not going to be there. So players like Julio Rodriguez, Dylan Carlson, Riley Green, these are your up-and-comers, but they're not quite on the Hall of Fame path yet. We need a few years out of them.
Julio Rodriguez is probably your top prospect for the Centerfielders.
Top prospect overall, really. So now that Wander's up, this is probably your next guy. But
what about C.J. Abrams?
We need to see a few years out of these guys before we start to put them on any sort of a track here. So we're gonna start off with Mr. Carlos Beltran, who's a Rookie of the Year, 9-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove, top 5 MVP. 2,700 hits, 435 4 months. This would put him in the top of center fielders all time. So this is a player that's not eligible till next year, but he's probably getting in at some point. I don't know if it's first ballot. Maybe they punish him for the 2017 Astros stuff.
And actually, these pictures, Juan LeBron is actually Carlos Beltran, and Carlos Beltran is actually Juan LeBron.
Yeah, absolutely, Juan LeBron, and he went on to have a kid, two kids, Juan Soto and LeBron James, I believe. I think that's how that works. But yes, the pictures are flip-flops. So if you want an actual Carlos Beltran rookie card, you can't get it because it doesn't have.
Or you could just
have his picture. And
you could just get a Juan LeBron.
That's the thing. There's a lot of confusion among collectors. It's like, which one do you get?
I mean, you could get you could. I mean, you could cut out the Juan LeBron and put it on the Beltran, and cut out the Beltran and put it on the Juan LeBron.
And PSA would probably still grade it like a 7 if you cut him out. So all right. Anyways, Carlos Beltran probably a Hall of Famer. His cards are pretty cheap actually, but yeah, that was interesting. They flipped that, and which one do you do here? So I don't know, but yes, he's in at some point. All right, Andrew Jones, who is a 5-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glover.
They look like twins, but they're actually not twins.
You know, they're both from Puerto Rico, I believe. So, Silver Slugger, top 5 MVP, 1,933 hits, 434 home runs, 66 wins above replacement. He's been on the ballot for a few years here, and his totals are starting to creep up. Not much the first couple of years, but 19% up to 33%. He's getting a lot of love. This is a player that, in terms of wins above replacement, tracked very, very well. But at age 31, he just dropped off a cliff. But this is the center fielder that Willie Mays says was the best defensive center fielder he's ever seen. So that means a little bit of something here, but it doesn't have 2,000 hits, which would be nice, but a ton of home runs. The wins above replacement are there, but what you're looking for is something generational, hitting or defense. And as far as defense, there was no one better than Andrew Jones. So if the longevity was there, this would be a no-doubter. As it stands, if he can manage to get his way up to that 50% mark, then it's pretty good. So we'll have to see what happens over the next couple of years. But again, his cards are pretty.
He's still over the line, though. So he's pretty much on the track.
Right. He tracked very well in terms of wins above replacement. A lot of that was for defense. His offense was pretty good as well. But what we're looking for, that's just wins above replacement.
Does he still play?
That's a starting point.
There's nobody who still plays.
Well, no, he's on the Hall of Fame ballot, so he has to be retired.
True.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
No, he was amazing until about 31 to 32, and then he just kind of fell off, and that's how that goes sometimes. So I think that at some point he does probably make it in, but they're gonna make him wait a little bit because of
now Kenny Lofton.
Kenny Lofton, exactly. 6 All-Star games, 4 Gold Gloves, top 5 MVP.
So that starting is
started a bit late because he was a terrific basketball player as well.
Well, he's like pretty bad for most of his career, and now
he was never pretty bad. He just started late.
Yeah, and the last part of his career, he barely got over the line.
Yeah, but again, that's just kind of a starting point here. But 2,400 hits, 130 home runs, 62 wins above replacement.
But he's not exactly on the track, but like he's on the track.
Well, he tracked. He just got a late start, so the pace, the trajectory was fine. And he played long enough and it was effective. Now, the funny thing is, like, over his last, 6 years, he played for, 7 teams. He would just always traded, at mid-season. And his teams would make the playoffs because he was such a good fielder. So
only because of him? That's why my Padres...
Well, he was that good for a while.
That's why the Padres are making the playoffs, because I'm doing so good.
Right, so he was on the ballot for a year and didn't do enough to stay on the ballot. So he's had his chance. Who knows? Veterans Committee wants everybody, and it seems like these days. So we'll see what happens with him down the road. But, these bona fides are, so the wins by replacement, sure. But as far as, the hitting and everything else, it's like, Hall of very good. But Hall of Fame, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
So he's like one of those people that... I only see he only has 130 home runs, so he's probably one of those people that get a lot of good hits.
Yeah, he was more of a speed guy here. So
yeah.
All right,
one of those people that get a lot of hits and high average. Just
not really a high average either. It was more a lot of really really good defense. Again, I don't think it was. If he had 10 or 12 Gold Gloves, that's the generational type defense you're looking for. They can push more to the top, but doing a lot of things really well, it probably doesn't get her done. So, all right, Dale Murphy. This player I like here, and you don't have to be Hall of Famer to have relevant cards. You just need to be a fan favorite or be a threat to be a Hall of Famer. This player, Dale Murphy won two MVPs.
Isn't he a catcher? Because it says rookie catchers.
Yes, correct. But he played a lot of his career in the outfield. So, 2 MVPs, 7-time All-Star, 5 times Gold Glove, and 4 times Silver Slugger. So when he was playing, he was pretty amazing. Just didn't quite do it long enough. 2,100 hits, 290 home runs, 44 wins above replacement. So he has been on the ballot for his did put in his 15 years. And got as high as 23%. His last year was 18%. So again, Veterans Committee will be his hope. And again, they kind of let everyone in here. So perhaps someday, but his prices still hold a bit of a premium. His cards just because he was a fan favorite for so long. And again, 2 MVP awards. If you're on the fence, MVP is going to kind of put you over the top. To get 2 of them, that's pretty darn good. Jim Edmonds. He was a terrific fielder as well. So 4-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glove, 8 Gold Gloves. He was he was the center fielder for in the 90s and early 2000s. So Silver Slugger, 2 top 5 MVPs, but 1,900 hits, 393 home runs, 64 wins above replacement. On the ballot for 1 year, but didn't garner enough to stay there. So again, just because you're tracking doesn't mean hey, you're in or you're gonna or anything like that. And even if you don't track, doesn't mean you're not in. You just need to do something generational. And this is close.
Andrew McCutchen has a close war with him.
Oh, well, we'll find out perhaps.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
I like Andrew McCutchen.
Sure, that sounds good.
Why.
That sounds good.
I
So,
don't know why.
Jim Edmonds again, probably very good, but this was a fan favorite. Who knows what happens?
You know why I like Andrew McCutchen?
Why do you like Andrew McCutchen? All right.
He
Well said. Andrew
What?
McCutchen. Oh, imagine that. It's almost like we recorded this once and ran out of disk space or something and had to redo it.
Maybe.
Weird. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. All right. Andrew McCutchen career Fangraphs WAR is 50.8, and the average Hall of Famer has at age 34. That's his age. Has 58.31. So he is off the pace. He was tracking amazingly well.
Kind of like the left fielders. I'm looking for one certain guy.
Yeah. All right. So 1,800 hits, 270 home runs,
And
weighted runs created 132. So he is an elite bat when he's playing, but the last few years there's been a lot of injuries, and he had a bit. He has spurts where he does pretty well here, but he does have an MVP to his name: 5 All-Star games, a Gold Glove, 4 Silver Sluggers, and in the top 5 MVPs 4 times. So this was an amazing stretch for him, but he couldn't maintain or even just gracefully change the trajectory here. So below the line, and is this going to be enough as it stands right now? Doubtful. Can he put up a few more productive years? He hasn't really done that lately, so we'll see what happens here. But I would say unlikely. But man, what an amazing peak he had. Who knows? Someday maybe that's enough.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say probably, but it's worth it could be a consideration.
It's worth a try. There's the guy.
Oh, hey, Lou Bob. All right. Now, 4 wins. I hesitate to put young guys on here, but Lou Bob, he gets a lot of talk. He's a pretty incredible talent. What he did after his injury last year, after coming back from injury, was amazing. I mean, he was an incredible player, one of the best in the league.
He has 24 home runs compared to Pete Alonso in his rookie year. He got 53.
It's not about home runs. He plays really good center field defense.
I'm just saying.
He already has a Gold Glove.
It's a comparison.
Okay, 4 wins. 4 wins.
I thought we were doing homework.
We are doing homework here. Average Hall of Fame award age 23, 8 points, whatever. So he absolutely can make up the space here. That's not a problem. Just a little bit later start.
And in his rookie season, he already got a Gold Glove.
Exactly. So an amazing thing. Now, if he could be his generational type talent, put up like 10 Gold Gloves and get wind up with 60 wins above replacement, we got something here. So it's really early, but we gotta talk a little bit about.
Just has to have one more good season, and he's probably on the line.
Yeah, that's the thing. So a couple more seasons, as long as you just track, then you're okay. That's what we're looking for. Can we track here? And this line is for 60 wins above replacement. So we know that as we mentioned, 75 wins is the average WAR of center fielders, but we had to take out, we didn't have to, but we did, Tris Speaker, Ty Cobb, Willie Mays, who all were averaging 150 to 160 WAR, which is not reasonable for guys today. So it's like, all right, well, we'll just dial it down to about 60, which should be the number for most of these guys here. So Lou Bob, let's just see what he can do. He's already shown that he can absolutely dominate the game on both sides of the ball, and so if he can continue to do that for a while, we got something.
Cody Bellinger.
All right, 15 wins above replacement at age 25. You're looking for 17 wins.
So
he is
that
right
start.
there.
That start was amazing, and
MVP level start. Last couple of years. Yeah, not good. He's hurt. So we'll see if he can get back on the track here. So he had a little bit of room to mess around. It would have been nice if he just kept his trajectory going. But he had a little bit of room. So if he can come back healthy and spike up, then he can track again. So he does have an MVP, Rookie of the Year, a couple All-Star games, and a Gold Glove. So what you're really looking for is, over the next year or two, can he really start to put up, be that 4, 5, 6 win player yet again? So if he's healthy, I believe that's something he can do. But right now, if this is his trajectory, then that could be a bit of a problem. No. All right.
But if he sustains his injury very good, then
if he recovers from his injury,
whatever.
Absolutely.
Then it could be very good.
He's capable. All right.
Ooh.
Ronald Acuna Jr. All right. So a couple different ways here.
It's Acuna Matata.
Acuna Matata. We compared him to the minus. Speaker, Cobb, Mays. That's the 61 wins that everybody. If you take out Mays, Cobb, and Speaker, and remove those guys from the equation, the average Hall of Famer has 61 wins. And but if you throw all those guys in, that's 75. That's average. Add those guys back in, and the average WAR is 75.
And he's still above the line.
He's still tracking. He's pretty amazing. Even with a partial season last year, it was awesome. So this is a generational type talent. If he can keep it going for a long time, really, is the trick here.
And this is the real question: which one was the better 2018 rookie, him or Juan Soto?
Well, I believe
or Austin Meadows, or Alex Verdugo.
Well, here's
guys.
your answer.
Oh, never mind.
All right, so 15.8 Fangraph wins, and at age 23, you're looking at about 8. So yes, we know he's above the line. We understand the talent here. A couple All-Star games, Silver Slugger, top 5 MVP, Rookie of the Year. He's amazing. Can he keep it going for a decade? So that's all we're asking. Just be awesome for another decade.
And one cool thing when I was playing when I was playing against the Pirates and MLB The Show, Brian Hayes hit it out towards center, and Ronald Acuna robbed him.
That is really cool. So he does that in real life as well, which is even cooler. All right,
Whoa.
So here's the price relative. So we're looking at these guys. Who's in, who's not, and is there anything to be done, any value to be had here? And so Carlos Beltran. In now 1995 Topps traded. There's a pretty decent sized print run. So this is the Juan LeBron face on the card
Juan
or whatever.
Soto and
both
LeBron
of them can get up there. Now you can get PSA 9s, BHS 95s for like $40 or $50. So if you want the 10, that's a little bit more pricey, but for a Hall of Famer, but not that elite level Hall of Famer here. So Andrew Jones, 95 Bowman, going to run you about $125. So again, his chances are a little better than average, I would say. So
Probably.
Yeah. Kenny Lofton. We have the Upper Deck and the Final Edition, and the Bowman, $40 and $180 for the Bowman, and that seems a little bit pricey for someone that I doubt gets in. Dale Murphy, PSA 9, yep. $300 to $400.
That's a big change. $390.
Yeah, well, 1977, it's more about condition. PSA 9s are really difficult to come by. Back then, centering wasn't good, and the cards just people didn't treat them like they treat them today or whatever. So, it is what it is with the Hall of Fame bump. I mean, it's already expensive, so but he's held that value for so long. Mm-hmm. Just because he's been a fan favorite, that it seems all right there. Jim Edmonds probably not getting in. McCutchen 2005 traded, probably not getting in, so maybe a little bit, maybe a little rich there.
Second player on the Phillies. Wait, is he on the Phillies?
He started there, I believe.
Okay,
so,
my second favorite player on the Phillies. It's only because I love his stance for some reason.
Something like that. So, Lou Bob, you can get his PSA 10 2020 tops, $30. The Chrome's gonna be about $50. Again, it's young. Who knows what happens? But he's looking the part so far. Bellinger tops up to $85 for the Chrome,
and Ronald Acuna definitely
tops update $100,
making it very high.
Yeah, well, if Acuna can keep doing what he's doing for the next decade, then this becomes a bit more. But again, you're getting into higher print runs with these guys right here. So, but it seems like there's not anything screaming. I mean, Acuna is on a beautiful track, and Bellinger, if he has a good year next year, then he's going to bump up into this tier of people that are on the track or not. Mm-hmm. So. You look at probably not at that level or anything like that, but at least where Acuna's at. So I don't know. But Lou Bob seems like a pretty good deal. I mean, you're $30 for. I don't know, Bobichet's kind of in that range as well. And so, but there's other players that have no shot that are priced as
that.
So.
Carlos Beltran and Juan LeBron.
Juan LeBron, yeah.
Are those error cards?
That's a big error. That's a big error. Switching the faces, especially of a Hall of Famer.
True.
That's a big error.
Switching Hall of Famers,
exactly.
I mean, maybe Cooperstown.
Cooperstown will fix it.
Yeah, Cooperstown.
Juan LeBron will not get his bronze plaque.
I mean,
it's not going to be Juan LeBron sitting in Beltran.
You could probably just have LeBron James's Lakers jersey and Juan Soto's face.
Something like
That's how you get Juan LeBron.
We're out of ideas.
Probably.
It was a good thought process. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Bye.